Hello and welcome to Solutions with Lane. I'm Lane. I'm a hypnotist and life coach here to teach you about manifestation as awareness and not through effort. If you did want to work together one-on-one or join any one of my programs, you can check out the link below in the description box or even in the comments. I've been posting the link to my website, solutionswithlane.com. You can grab my free embodiment blueprint or the thought transmission inner conversation meditation. Let's dive into this video. So I'm going to share a little bit of a story time and how presence and being aware of my awareness as source has changed something that I've been dealing with for many, many, many years. So this man behind me, his name's Dexter. And I have another dog. He's a dachshund. His name's Oliver. And they like to go for walks on the daily, when it's nice weather. He doesn't like the rain, so we can't walk in the rain. But anyways, he used to be a naughty little boy, right? Very reactive. He used to get into fights with my other dog to the point to where it's injured him. We've had to do some vet visits because he got a little out of hand. He was reactive over a lot of different things and just would explode. So I'd take him on these walks and he would be reactive towards other dogs. And sometimes if he couldn't get to those other dogs, he would turn to Oliver and attack Oliver. Now imagine trying to walk two dogs and they're both fighting, So it used to be a pain in my ass. And I obviously want to give them the best life, so I would take them on these walks and would do my best to avoid any other animals. I would try to do certain times, like if I would do earlier in the morning, I would hope that nobody would be out. That wasn't the case. There was always this old lady that lives a couple blocks away, not even on my block, but she just always happened, because again, I assumed it, always happened to be on my street when I would either be walking, I wouldn't notice her, and I'd be walking out and my dogs would be freaking out, still on my steps, haven't even made it to a walk at all. And then the walk would have to end because they'd get into a fight trying to get to this other dog. And this lady, I thought at that time, was being very inconsiderate and would irritate my soul. Like, I used to get so frustrated, so angry. I've even told her, he's really reactive. So if you don't want your dog to be killed, you might want to avoid us. Like, I was muzzling him. I was doing everything possible to try to prove the point, he's friendly towards humans. He just don't like other dogs. And she just wasn't getting it. So again, she would make sure that she's walking on my side of the sidewalk or keep her dog really close to where I was. Even though she would see me, coming, I'd see her coming. I'd try to, move to the street. Well, guess what? Then she'd move to the street. I'm like, what? I don't get it. And it used to literally irritate me. And I've snapped on her a few different times, right? Again, being the character. So this has been a thing for years. And obviously, as of recently, I've been practicing being present. So, and it's not just on the walks, it's just in general. Throughout my day-to-day life, being present with everything that I do, being intentional with everything I do, and not getting lost in thought or story or emotions, just letting everything be there. So, I've been walking my dogs. It's a daily thing that I like to do. And I've seen a huge shift in them. Even though I wasn't consciously affirming these things or trying to change these things, I just naturally dropped the entire story and would just take them on a walk and just be present, enjoying the walk. And for many, many, many times that I would walk them, I wouldn't run into her. It didn't matter if, it was 9 a.m., it was noon. It just didn't matter. When before, it didn't matter which time I took them. She was always there. As soon as I started practicing presence, it wasn't focused on these stories or dreading the fact that I had to walk them or thinking about, well, I wonder if she's out or is this going to be an issue and and giving into the mind-made self. I've been walking them and having no issues, not running into her. It's been really still. It's been really quiet and just enjoying ourselves on our walk. And there was one time where she was on my block. She was talking to one of the other neighbors that was outside. And we walked right past her and her dog. And her dog just looked at us. We looked at her. We looked at them. And He didn't react at all. He didn't bark. All he did was look and then continued walking on his way. And she even made a statement. She's like, oh, everyone must be feeling really calm today. Like, yeah, well, makes sense. I'm in stillness. So I'm feeling calm, so there's no chaos. So again, today was another day where she walked past us and we weren't fazed. Her dog was yipping and yapping. It's a little like Chihuahua thing. And my dogs looked, then kept walking, prancing along. And her dog was really close to mine. She was in between like the curb, like the grass, that's the curb, and the sidewalk, and I was on the sidewalk. So again, that was a distance that before I would have to like drag him out of there because he would literally try to go for the throat of this other dog. This time I didn't. I had full leash. He stayed on track and just kept moving. All because I've been shifting who I am and not giving into any emotional reactions. And that's not to say that I don't have emotions. Like, they irritated me yesterday and today, especially my dachshund, because every little noise he's been barking. So I've been irritated with them. You know, it's not like I have a perfect story about my dogs are so peaceful and quiet and calm. I don't have any of that. I, feel the emotion of, okay, you're irritating me. Take a few deep breaths, understand, well, it's not his fault. He's a dog. He's going to bark, like whatever. Let him live his life. And just going back to the present and not making a story, And the same's been happening, obviously, on our walks. I'm not making any stories like this lady's out to get me. She really just wants to irritate me or whatever I used to think, to be the victim. I can't even walk my dogs around the block. I dropped all of that and just enjoy every moment, present in every moment. And it manifested to where, he's chill now. He ain't barking at nothing. He don't fight with his brother. There hasn't been any vet visits. There's not any issues with other dogs and him freaking out. He still don't like the mailman, but neither does my other one. But again, there's no fights breaking out from it. He's not being reactive at all like he was for many, many years. He's 6. So that tells you how many years we've been dealing with this. And all of a sudden, I didn't do any training. I didn't take him anywhere to talk to anybody. I didn't change, medication or whatever else you do or put him on medication. I didn't do any of that. All I did was stand in my presence, be in stillness. I didn't affirm to try to get him to change. Years ago, I did. But I didn't do that this time, and I've actually seen the change. And it's been multiple times. So I just wanted to share the story. I know it might seem very small. Like, Lane, here you go, talking about your dogs. But it's the full story of, again, I didn't put any effort behind. All I did was remember, I'm awareness. I'm source itself. I'm the presence behind everything. And I continue to live my day like that. And everything that I do, I'm intentional. And because of that, my life has become more calm. My animals have become more calm. That person that I had a story about walking her dog ain't really around. And if she is, I'm not getting irritated with her dog, or nothing. I have no stories about anything because I'm just present. I'm just living. So it just goes to show you that there's nothing for you to do other than continue to live your life knowing your source. That's it. Now, I could have given in. I could have not walked my dogs anymore. I could have, avoided or walked them in a completely different way, trying to avoid her, which I'm sure she would have followed me. I could have done many different things to try to avoid or ignore the circumstance. But no matter what, it was going to haunt me. It was going to follow me. It was going to, I would find new ways to get irritated. Because again, I've done those things. I tried new paths, and guess what? There's other dogs that would irritate him. That would make him be reactive. So there was no avoiding it. It was me the entire time. And now that I'm in my stillness, be still and know I am God. Now that I'm living that, practicing that every single day, he's calmed down. He's not reactive. He doesn't have that label anymore. He's been a good man. So That's why I want to share the story, because it's the same for you and your person and your money and whatever else it is that you're manifesting. It's the same thing. Be still and know I am. The reason why you have any type of desire is because your source self gave it to your human self to be aware of it, to be like, hey, this is something that you can have if you want it. So just be still and know that's who you are, right? There's nothing for you to do. There's no affirmations. There's no, visualizations. Everything will just unfold naturally once you're in your present, once you remember who you truly are as source. So I know that this video was helpful, a little bit personal story on how things are just unfolding naturally for me. No effort, because there never needs to be effort. So yeah, that's that. If you did want to work together, again, check out the Dropbox below. Please do me a solid. If you liked this video or learned something new from this video, hit that thumbs up and actually like it. It pushes it out to more people. It does me a favor. If you do like this style of content and the way that I go about teaching I am in consciousness, please subscribe. I appreciate it. Comment down below if you got any questions or if you're new here. I love to hear from you guys. So on that note, though, I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day, and I want you to go enjoy the rest of yours. So just remember, you got this.